Every AI assistant you have ever used lives in the cloud. Claude Cowork just moved into your machine. In January 2026, Anthropic launched a tool that rewrites the rules of knowledge work entirely. Not another chatbot, not another browser tab. This is an autonomous agent living inside your desktop. Cowork runs inside a sandboxed Linux virtual machine, directly on your local hardware, accessing your actual files. Point it at a folder. Grant permission. Watch it read, edit, and create documents without uploading anything. This is the fundamental shift. Your data never leaves your device. The intelligence comes to you instead. Built on the same agent SDK powering Claude Code, but designed for anyone who works with files. No terminal required, no command line. Just a single tab inside the Claude desktop application on your screen. But raw local access is only the foundation. The real breakthrough is what Cowork does with that access. When you assign a complex task, Cowork does not process it step by step. It decomposes it entirely. The system breaks your request into subtasks, then spawns independent subagents to execute them in parallel. Each subagent operates inside its own context window, working simultaneously on a separate piece of the problem. Imagine sorting a folder containing hundreds of receipts into categorized expense reports with working spreadsheet formulas. A single agent processes those files one by one, multiple subagents in parallel. That is not incremental improvement. That is an architectural leap in how artificial intelligence executes real work. And the orchestration is transparent. You can watch each subagent's progress in real time as it operates. Steer mid-task, redirect a subagent, add new instructions. The system adapts without restarting the entire workflow. Now layer in skills. These are reusable instruction sets that teach Cowork how to handle repeatable tasks precisely. Skills load contextually. Cowork reads a short description of each one, then activates only what the task requires. Built-in skills already cover Word documents, spreadsheets, presentations, and PDF generation out of the box today. But skills are also customizable. You can encode your own workflows, your own standards, your own institutional knowledge. And this is only the local engine. What happens when this system starts running tasks while you sleep?
You have seen the architecture. Now it is time to let this system operate completely on its own.
The local engine is live. But what if you could assign a task and walk away completely? Claude Cowork now supports scheduled tasks, recurring jobs that execute automatically on a cadence you define. Type a single / command, set the frequency, and the system runs that workflow every time without prompting. Your computer stays awake, the desktop app stays open, and Cowork operates in the background while you sleep. Imagine a weekly expense scan. Every Monday at 7, Cowork processes your receipts folder into a formatted report. No human trigger, no reminder. The task fires on schedule. The deliverable appears in your designated output folder. But scheduled tasks are only one dimension. The deeper shift is what happens between those scheduled intervals. Consider your inbox. Hundreds of unread messages. Newsletters buried alongside urgent client requests needing immediate attention today. Assign Cowork to monitor that inbox. It reads every message, classifies urgency, and surfaces what actually matters. Low priority notifications get archived. Meeting confirmations get filed. The 3 emails requiring your decision get flagged immediately. And for those flagged messages, Cowork drafts contextual replies, not templates. Responses informed by the full conversation thread. You review, you approve, you send. The 30-minute triage ritual just collapsed into 90 seconds of decision-making. Now extend that logic beyond email. Cowork processes meeting transcripts and extracts action items while you attend another. It synthesizes research folders overnight. It batch renames hundreds of files using date and category patterns you specified once. But here is the question nobody is asking. What happens when this local machine connects to everything else?
Wasn't that incredible? Now let's dive into part 2.
Welcome back. The answer to that question is already live. Anthropic calls them connectors, and they change everything. Connectors are direct integrations linking Cowork to external platforms, Gmail, Google Calendar, Slack, Norton, and beyond. This is not screen scraping. These are native protocol-level bridges built on the Model Context Protocol standard. Cowork does not navigate your browser to check your calendar. It reads the data directly through the API. Faster, more precise, and far more reliable than any screen-based automation tool currently available on the market today. The local engine now reaches into your entire digital ecosystem. Files, email, messaging, version control, all unified. What Anthropic built on top of those connectors is where this story takes its most dangerous turn yet.
The system now reaches everywhere. What it can actually build with that reach will redefine your workflow.
The local engine runs, the connectors reach outward, but the system Anthropic built goes one layer deeper. When Cowork generates a spreadsheet, it does not paste static numbers into cells. It writes living Microsoft formulas, real VLOOKUP functions, conditional formatting rules, pivot table structures, native Excel logic that recalculates when data changes. Ask Cowork to build a revenue model. It delivers a multi-tab workbook with formulas linking every assumption. Open that file in Excel. Change one input. Watch every downstream projection update instantly across connected sheets. This is not a static table. This is a functional financial instrument built entirely by an autonomous agent. And once that spreadsheet exists, the Claude for Excel add-in lets you refine it through natural language conversation. Ask it to audit your formulas. Request a new conditional formatting rule. It modifies the live workbook directly. The same integration extends to PowerPoint. Cowork builds full presentation decks from source data with working slide masters. Both applications now share full context. Work inside Excel informs what Claude produces in your PowerPoint deck simultaneously. That cross-application awareness bridges to the next evolution. Anthropic calls this layer plugins, and they matter enormously. Plugins bundle skills, connectors, and sub-agents into a single deployable package designed for a specific professional domain. A finance plugin might combine spreadsheet skills, market data connectors, and compliance sub-agents into one unified workflow. A legal plugin triages contracts, flags high-risk clauses, and applies a negotiation playbook your firm has already encoded. These are not generic chatbot templates. These are institutional knowledge systems packaged for deployment across entire organizations. Administrators control which plugins their teams can access. Custom plugins encode proprietary workflows that stay inside the organization. With Dispatch, any employee triggers a plugin from their phone. The desktop agent executes. Results arrive remotely. One persistent conversation thread follows you across devices. Start a task on mobile. Finish reviewing at your desk. The virtual machine processes locally. The connectors reach externally. The plugins encode institutionally. Dispatch delivers it all. This is no longer an assistant waiting for instructions. This is a digital colleague operating inside your infrastructure. The question is no longer whether artificial intelligence can do knowledge work. It is whether you are ready. The era of the proactive digital workforce is not approaching. For those paying attention, it has already begun. If this opened your eyes to what's next, hit that like button. Subscribe to Novatech and stay at the frontier of discovery. There's more to uncover. Click the video on your screen now and continue the journey with us.